This phoenix actually shed tears. Then it fell on a leather shoe and burned. The man didn't get angry at his shoe. On the contrary, he was very happy because he had captured the divine beast phoenix, so he could take it back to the king. But the phoenix had already lost its light, as if it would die soon. The kind-hearted Jack finally could not bear to let go of the phoenix. Breaking free, the phoenix was reborn as if it was in a state of nirvana. Then the whole body emitted a dazzling light. Then it leapt up and flew into the sky. But at that moment, in order to thank Jack for releasing him, the phoenix left behind a feather full of magic. And this feather will save Jack in critical moments. But when Jack returned to the palace, he didn't bring the beast back to the king. And the king was ready to put Jack to death, even though he pulled out the magical feather to prove that he had captured the phoenix. But by now, the feather had lost its luster. Everyone looked at Jack and laughed at the fight. Then Jack was tied to the guillotine. At that very moment, the feather on the ground suddenly glowed gold. Then the cloudy sky became like daytime. It turned out that the fire phoenix had arrived in time. Under the eyes of all the people in disbelief, it flew to the top of a tower. Now everyone believed that Jack had subdued the beast. But the king had set Jack this impossible task in order to execute him. Though now he was particularly disappointed. He rewarded Jack after seeing the nation's cheers for him. But the king, who had a grudge against him, was not going to let Jack off the hook. The next day, the king sent Jack an impossible mission. The mission was to find the Princess of Heaven and bring her back to marry the king. But before that, the king had sent many soldiers to look for the princess, but none of them came back alive. I thought Jack would be killed in this mission, but Jack reached the princess's door safely. But when he tried to enter, he was blocked by a wall of ice. There was nothing Jack could do about it. Just when he was at his wit's end, the feathers of the fire phoenix suddenly floated in the air, and then instantly entered the ice wall. The next moment the ice wall instantly melted and disappeared. But he didn't notice that the donkey that was following him was swept down the cliff by the melting ice. Then he entered the palace and found the Princess of Heaven. But the princess knew that the king she was going to marry was a very old man. She immediately ran to the cliff to refuse the request by dying.